We're used to hearing that the USA is a cradle of democracy. And in case you might forget, they remind you at every opportunity. Trump's impeachment is no exception.
This is not a banana republic. It's the Democratic Republic of the United States of America.
A moment when our democracy was gravely threatened.
Embattled democracy being invaded by Russia.
Democrats accused Donald Trump of using his political position for personal gain and thus corrupting the entire system. Trump shoots back that the Democrats are manipulating the Constitution in order to go after him.
By proceeding with your invalid impeachment, you are violating your oaths of office, you are breaking your allegiance to the Constitution, and you are declaring open war on American democracy.
Interestingly, new data has been published by the UK's Cambridge University showing that among Americans there's been a dramatic decline in people's confidence in democracy. We decided to talk to New Yorkers and see why they might be losing faith in the Founding Fathers.
I feel most people are misinformed more than anything, and they need to understand that we don't live in a true democracy where specifically every vote counts directly. We know it's a representative democracy, right?
People vote for things and then other things happen, or other people win. People get more votes and then they lose. It's not really democracy, is it?
I do believe that within the system we need to do a better job of including everyone into the conversation. And I also think that the current state of affairs is what makes people just really turned off to supporting democracy as a whole.
The institutions which were set out with the I think, right framework are not being used, or the loopholes are being exploited.
Democracy has actually been taken out of the hands of the people. It's in the hands of what I would call big money and corporations.
But it's not just Americans. According to the poll that was conducted, around the world there has been a decline in democratic values in countries like France and the UK.
People just don't feel they've got a voice anymore. It seems that whoever you vote for, they're just going to do their own thing anyway. They have their own agenda. So people aren't trusting politicians as much anymore.
There's a lot of groups and minorities that are not being heard, and they think, democracy should be to serve everybody, and in particular those who are disadvantaged. And if it's not serving those who are disadvantaged, then I don't think the democracy is working.
Some of the parliaments in the world, especially in the EU, are not listening to the people, one thing. But I find democracy in England is okay.
I think people need to have more information, more education to realize why democracy is a good thing, and people should fight for it more and not let other people decide for them.
But this points to a bigger question. What does democracy actually mean? Now, in theory, it's supposed to be the rule of the people. But it seems like around the world, in many different countries, many feel like the people's will is not being enacted, and they are not happy about it. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.